Hello, and welcome.
Like any sporting event, before we start this game, let us all take a moment and recite the national anthem.
Birds will fly, hearts will soar. Hear the cry. Be the hero your team needs.
This will be the national anthem in 2187, I promise. This game is inspired by true events. One of my personal favorite genres of video games has to be party games. There's a lot of them that I played over the years, and I'm sure there's bound to be a specific game that you and your friends have played the heck out of outside of the usual Smash Bros, Mario Party, or Jackbox Party Pack nights. So what happens when you take the fight and flight mechanics from the arcade game Joust and pair it up with competitive and hectic goal-based sports such as soccer? I present to you Sportsball. Sportsball is a simple to play, difficult to master competitive local multiplayer in which you and up to 3 friends compete in short, fast-paced, and chaotic matches against one another. The concept is fairly simple: score the most points to win. But there's a few mechanics that keep the game unique from your run-of-the-mill sports game. For starters, birds. Lots and lots of birds. Your controls are very simple. You have a fly button and a dive button, making this title fairly accessible to newcomers and squawk jockeys in the making. In Sportsball, the player will need to learn how to play both offensively and defensively within the flow of the match. Balls will bounce around the court with only 1 or 2 goal posts within the stadium. If you are the last player to hit the ball, it changes to your team's color. In order to add a new ball to the stadium, you will need to take out your opponents by jousting them or landing on top of them. Alternatively, they can joust you and you can just steal their ball. But you will be out for 2 seconds, which could very well cost you the game. In a sportsball match, there will be anywhere from 0 to 20 balls at play at any time, but this will of course depend on the match rules you're playing. There's this satisfying rush of racking up multiple points at once or stealing a ball last second from an opponent. But the real satisfaction is when it becomes do or die, as you and your opponent are both 1 point away from winning, and the last ball gets close to the goal and the game goes into slow motion, only to swipe the ball away in just the nick of time. It's competitive moments like these that had me and my friends and family laughing for hours with this title throughout the years. There are 4 teams: the Red Hots, Gang of Green, Sapphire Skyhearts, and Pink Pros. Each of the 4 teams have their own 4 birds to choose from. You have birds such as rooster, hummingbird, flamingo, quetzal, chickadee, screech owl, a gigantoraptor, and a bird whose name I'm afraid to Google search. All these birds play drastically different from one another, each providing their own movement, speed, weight, how fast they fly, dive, lance length, and trajectory when the player hits the ball. There's bound to be a bird that meshes really well with your playstyle. I myself am a rooster main, shout out to the Red Hots, but mixing it up and playing as different birds is also just as fun, making the player adapt and learn how to properly control their bird of choice. There's a variety of game modes. Sportsball Basic is a 2-minute run of who can score the most points within the time limit. However, players will not know their score until the very end of the match. Sportsball Pro is your more official rules and ideal way to play. First to 15 points wins, and only a maximum of 4 balls at play. Duel is designed for 1v1. First player to get 5 points and 3 balls on the field. Effectively just a quicker round of Sportsball Pro. Sports Brawlabout is a 2-minute match, but this time with a bomb power-up that the player could grab and turn the balls they hit into bombs, which will knock out opposing players if they touch it. I will be honest, however, and say that this is my least favorite mode. It's not exactly made clear when it's safe to hit the bomb ball back to the opposing player. Sports Brawl Pro is actually a stock match against you and your opponents. Instead of scoring points, you each have 10 lives and need to be the last bird standing. This one also uses the bombs, which, again, seems kinda broken. Rally Ball times you on how fast you can score points within a countdown timer. Each goal you make gives you more time, and you can earn even extra time by chaining combos. The goal is to outlive your opponents. This is also the only mode that can be played in single player. Explosive Chaos, as the name implies, is, well, chaos. You have 2 minutes with a maximum of 20 balls at play, 5 respawn per tackle, no respawn time limit, and a bomb mechanic is added. This mode is absolutely bonkers. There's no strategy here, just fly around and have fun and score as much as you can. And finally, there's a custom game option if you want something specific. I gotta talk about the presentation here, because the game's visuals and music is just fantastic. The bright neon red, green, blue, and pink colors are also vibrant, fun, and pop out from their background. And the UI is sleek, bold, and well designed with its future aesthetic. The birds have fairly simple animations, there's only a few frames, and I wouldn't call it exactly smooth, but they are still visually distinct from one another. I do wish there was more background variety than just stadium, space, and sunset, but this is just a minor complaint. I also love that the lances will remain on the field whenever a player is KO'd, turning a match into a bloodbath battlefield. The music has this 80s inspired synth pop and upbeat electronic score, which really keeps the player competitively engaged during the matches. The main theme song is also just delightfully cheesy and memorable and encapsulates the heart of Sportsball. I swear this whole song feels like it was just a silly sketch taken out of Tim and Eric's awesome show Great Job. The game doesn't take itself seriously. I mean, even opening the game tells you that this was inspired by true events, so you know you're in for a silly time. In the digital manual, there's even a timeline of the history and lore of Sportsball, and the backstories of all the teams and birds, which is just wonderful. Sportsball was developed by an indie studio called 2DX and was directed by Austin Montville and Ned Kuma Green for business and marketing. Prior to Sportsball, 2DX's only other title was Bosses Forever 2.0, a two-player co-op platform bullet hell. Sportsball was designed with local multiplayer in mind. Montville wanted to create an experience where friends could get together, laugh, and feel the excitement, even just by watching and rooting for your favorite player or team, a sentiment that I can 100% get behind. Sportsball was developed in just about 9 months, and even originally had a more 8-bit Atari style, and then later a pixel presentation. I know you're probably just hearing about this game for the first time from this video, but I've been playing Sportsball since it first came out in 2014, and as a dork who loves looking into development history with the games I cover on this channel, I find this all super fascinating. If you're looking for a fun, silly, and easy to pick up local multiplayer, I think Sportsball will be the game for you. There's a lot of love put into this game that will keep you and your friends laughing and engaged for hours. I'd recommend against Sportsball for one of its notable lack of features, that being online play. The game is local only. There also isn't much to do as a single player experience, so if you don't have someone to play with, you're not going to get much out of this title. Sportsball is available on... I'm sorry, it was available on the Wii U eShop, but it's also available on... Hold on a sec, just the Wii U? And the eShop has been dead and buried for over a year now, meaning that, as of this video, there's no official and legitimate way to play Sportsball. This video has just become about the importance of video game preservation. Digital games that don't see re-releases on modern consoles or on PC are trapped within the storefronts that are destined to go down one day. Out of all the titles to disappear with the eShop closure, Sportsball was the one that hit me the most. It is a shame that Sportsball never saw the level of success or recognition that I feel like it deserved. I mean, to be fair, it is understandable considering that it's, well, on the Wii freaking U, but I wish Sportsball got similar treatment to Bosses Forever 2.0, where it was put on GameJolt and itch.io. Post Sportsball, Montville went to work on other games, such as Distant Memory and the Cyanide and Happiness game Raptured Rejects. 2DX's website still exists today, but it's clearly been abandoned for almost a decade. It's pretty heartbreaking reading the studio's very last tweet, which was celebrating Sportsball's 1-year anniversary. Don't worry 2DX, Sportsball may be gone, but it will never be forgotten. As a true squawk jockey, I'll carry on this game's name and legacy. I've already rebranded my Wii U as the Sportsball machine. Sure, some random Fox person would make a video review on this game a decade later, it wasn't on anybody's bingo card, but I will use my YouTuber powers for good. The world needs to know about Sportsball. Live by the bird, die by the bird. While I don't think it'll ever happen, I do hope that someday we'll get a Steam or Switch port of this gem, but I suppose until that day, if you have the means to hack... Sorry, my Wii U gamepad has a lot of dust on it. You and your friends should give Sportsball a shot. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your viewership. I hope this whole video hasn't been a waste of time for you since, you can't officially buy Sportsball anymore, but I still appreciate you sticking around to the very end. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave me a like and subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment if you played Sportsball, or were there other Wii U and 3DS eShop games that are now gone forever that upsetted you too? Let me know, I want to hear about it. Yeah, I apologize for the lack of videos as of late. I think the Endling one is about 6 months now. 2023 has not been kind to me, and 2024 has been, so far, kind of chaotic as well. I'm hoping to change that throughout the course of this year. I just gotta sort stuff out with work and whatever, but yeah, I have another video that I also am working on. It's a much larger video, so I'm hoping to have that one finished by late April, but no promises yet. I'm also going to go ahead and plug in my Twitch at twitch.tv/afoxontheinternet. I stream on there once or twice a week, and I have a lot of fun streaming. It's just very cathartic to just relax and play some stupid stuff. I have a lot of fun on there, so if you want more of me, you should go give me a follow. I also have my Twitter at afoxbtweeting. I don't really post on Twitter that often, but there you go. I have my VOD channel where I post archived Twitch streams, and I have my second channel which has not a lot on there, but it's more so for unscripted content. So if you want more of me, there you go. I also almost completely forgot to mention here, I have a Discord server where we post memes and talk about nonsense. I also try to keep updates regarding to my projects on here, so yeah, you should join my little community if you're interested. One last thing to add here is that I am also a Humble partner, so if you're like me who gets 99% of their Steam library through Humble Bundle and you want to help support me in the channel, along with getting some cool games and funding for charities, I have an affiliate link in my description. It's a neat way to support me in the channel while getting some cool games out of it for yourself. My name should pop up when you use my affiliate link, and yeah, check that out if you're interested. But anyway, that's pretty much it for now. I want to thank you all again so much for watching, and I hope that you all stay safe and take care.